Hello to you. My name is Jesse Johnson. This is Vertical Societies and Horizontal Societies. That differences, positives, and or negative social qualities. This is for activists, reformers, agitators, and the very many that won't accept a hell on earth for humanity. Vertical societies are produced by humanity, but it is not the best that the human race can do. It takes many universal things to change the whole world for the better for every single individual human on earth. It is no trivial intellectual matter. It is extremely difficult. That's why over 10,000 years there is no template of how to do it. Each individual has pieces that they feel would make a better world, whole world. The problem, not considering the whole world, trying to change all of it into your own cultural values, a blindness incapable of seeing that there are cultures superior in parts to your own. To make a better whole world, you must have a base template, a template of the whole world. All of its cultures, languages, art, clothing, from tribes, villages, towns, provinces, etc. Otherwise, no one in any state of mind know what they're doing, only to wind up destroying everything in one's path. You must have enough details of the whole world. What must be changed, kept, replaced, removed, reinstated, whom to remove, for good of every human present and future. You must know what's what and what you're doing. This video will show generalities and universals only, comprehensible and understandable to the highest human intelligence on earth only. There are very few of these human beings, from activists, environmentalists, protesters, agitators, those who have power positions, etc., of all forms and abilities to effect a change for human highest welfare. Number one, there's an effective way to change the whole world for the better of every single human. Number two, what humans did for 10,000 years changes nothing socially, because there's only parts and pieces of an answer, not the answer for the whole. That's why it never works, have never worked, and will never work. What are some of these things that human beings have thought up over the tens of thousands of years? Nations, empires, and new world orders. The impossible to ever work. These are the thoughts of the ultimate insane. Nothing better in 10,000 years. That's a question. People protest and fight one another, but things stay the same. To make a better whole world, number one, know exactly what the world is at present in each universal institution of humanity. Look around. A shattered human world everywhere, including you, made of billions of shattered individuals. No one is the exception. No one is immune. Number two, a template for a holistic, healthy world, where every human being, every single human is taken into consideration. Every single individual human, not a single human denied. Every human is well fed and better off in their own cultures, not yours or only yours. Number three, saving and reinstating every human language and culture that exists every place on earth. Number four, by removing every social negative quality in each and every single culture. Hold on, please. Now, let's continue, please. All cultures survive without a single social negative. Number five, reinstate every species of plant and animal everywhere. In other words, A, format and list all that is wrong in each universal institution of humanity. B, create a set of total social positive templates, social systems for the whole world, for the betterment for each human, for each culture. C, implement sets of plans for each specific universal institution of humanity. D, contingency plans for all social obstacles worldwide. E, determine how the whole world, with all cultures, largest to smallest, with only social positives, will relate. F, how to remove all social negatives instantly by all means and forces. Now, for a basic comprehension of this, there are two types of societies. One, vertical societies or extreme hierarchical societies. Two, and horizontal societies. Vertical societies are the only type of society you and billions like you know. Vertical societies are extreme hierarchical and are made of 12 universal institutions each, with 12 social stratas to each institution. Vertical societies are overwhelmed with negative social qualities. Vertical societies are 60% to 70% negative social qualities. Vertical societies have very short lives of decades, centuries, or a few thousand years. Horizontal societies, on the other hand, are made of 3 social strata and have only 10 universal institutions of humanity. Religion and poverty, universal institutions of humanity, are non-existent in horizontal societies. They are because religion and poverty are 100% unnecessary for the human good. Horizontal societies are 10% or less negative social qualities, simpler, and their longevity is indefinitely long. Nation-states, city-states, empires, New World empires no longer exist in horizontal societies. The 12 vertical societies and horizontal societies, as in a little while I'm going to show you, looks a certain way. Now, all institutions overlap each other, 10% to 20%. Also, go to Jesse Johnson, Jessie, Jesse Johnson, Institutions, Societies, Sociology, Part 3. This will show you how institutions overlap. Each institution in vertical societies have 12 stratas and has its 12 institutions. Human beings are struggling against each other to turn the whole world from vertical societies into horizontal societies, wherein each individual and each culture lives in the 8th to 11th levels of health, the highest levels of human health there is. Something that is physically impossible to imagine by almost every human, past and present, in vertical hierarchical societies. We'll start with A, the first law. This is a law. A better whole world must be structured in each universal institution of humanity. The bottom stratas in vertical societies is where most humans are, with least power or abilities in that specific institution. As you go up, the less people there are in that strata, with the most powers and abilities in that institution. Take economics. One person can barely get $1 per day. Another person has $1 billion net personal wealth amount. That's 1 billion times the other person. No human being need ever have this much more than another human, whether in political or economic inequalities. Never. It happens because vertical societies are structured this way and allows it. In strata of decay and anti-human, anti-life makeup, all humans are in bad shape in one way or another in vertical societies. Horizontal societies make these forms of negative, destructive social qualities impossible in all institutions. Vertical societies produce these qualities in institutions. Horizontal societies are structured, as I'll show you in a little while, in this way. Hold on, please. I'm going to move the camera. Now, please, let's continue. These are the universal institutions of humanity. Institutions. The universal institutions of humanity, the 12 universal institutions of humanity. Family, which takes care of sex and lineage. Spiritual, which takes care of esoteric knowledge. Medical, which takes care of health methods. 4, science, which takes care of factual knowledge only. The law takes care of behavioral rules. Economics takes care of the expedient use of things. Education, it takes care to indoctrinate. Art takes care of the creative purpose. Mass media takes care of information dissemination. Religion takes care of exoteric knowledge. Political takes care of authority and security. Poverty takes care of being dominated and subdued and oppressed. This here is how. This here is how vertical societies and horizontal societies look. Here are the 12 strata levels right here, 12 all the way down to 1. These are stratas straight across. Are stratas where most people are down here, where the fewest people are up here, where the elites of each institution, the elites of each institution is at the tip top. All of this below it is the masses. These are vertical societies. Horizontal societies, on the other hand, have three stratas, but 10 institutions. Vertical societies has 12, all 12 institutions. Horizontal societies have 10 of those institutions. This here is how vertical societies look. Now, to continue. This is the social strata levels, where all the human beings are. On each level, 12 levels, 12 down to 1, social strata levels. The elites of each institution is at the top strata on vertical societies. Vertical societies, the masses are down here, where the poorest and brokest and least abilities are down here, a little bit better, a little bit better, a little bit better, all the way up to these. And these are the 12 institutions. The 12 vertical societies, 12 institutions. Family, spiritual, science, law, economics, art, education, medical, politics, mass media, religion, poverty. The 12 institutions, all of these are vertical societies. Look like this, vertical societies. 12 strata. Number 1, 30% to 84% negative social qualities. Male and female are unequal. Male and female are unequal. Nature, disharmony, suicidal. All institutions are corrupt to different degrees, etc. Political, tyranny, dictators, monarchs, oligarchies, false democracies, secretive and opaque type systems. Male and females are unequal. Nations, empires, new world orders filled with lies, high inequalities, corrupt, etc. Number 3, economics. Capitalism, materialism, extreme communism, socialism, anti-life, usury, contradictory, self-servant, opaque, filled with lies. Male and female are unequal in economics in this case also, because these are vertical societies. Oppression, high inequality, corrupt, etc. Family, one parent, mainly female, broken families, family side, masturbation is rampant, homos, bisexuals, bestiality, etc. 100% problems, male and females are unequal. Number 5, spiritual, minus babies and very young, about 1% consciously awake. Number 6, art, male and female are unequal, institutional debasement of art. Now, to continue. 7, medicine, system of exploit, unhealthy, systems to exploit the unhealthy, the first of 6 levels of health, which is very unhealthy people indeed. It's pervasive, the system itself is corrupt, etc. Number 8 is education. Fake education never teaches you how to truly take care of yourself. Self-debasing competition. Male and females are unequal, corrupt, etc. Poverty level. Number 9, poverty institution. Universal institution of poverty. 100% unnecessary, overwhelming, negative social created by all other institutions. Destructive. Male and female are unequal, etc. Number 10 is irreligion. 100% unnecessary, oppressive, personally degrading, exploitative, corrupt, etc. Religion, law, contradictory, confusing, self-servant, oppressive, male and female are unequal in the law, socially destructive, corrupt, etc. Mass media, male and female are unequal. The system is corrupt, manipulative, and brainwashing, etc. And science, number 13 down here, male and female are unequal, but still standing, etc. Now we'll go to our next matter, which is horizontal societies. Horizontal societies. As you can see, a horizontal society has 1, 2, 3 strata instead of 12 strata. 3 stratas, which makes the system much more simpler. Horizontal societies. Now, institutions in the horizontal societies have 10 institutions instead of 12 institutions because religion and poverty is non-existent. As you can see, what horizontal institutions would look like in horizontal societies, just like this, with family, spiritual, science, law, economics, art, education, medical, political, and mass media. Religion and poverty don't exist in a horizontal society. Now, let's continue. Horizontal societies. Three stratas. Number 1, 85% to 95% social positive qualities. Male and female are equal. Non-corruption in all 10 institutions, etc. Number 2, political. True positive social democracy. 99% transparency and 99% naturalist, honest. Male and female are equal, etc. Number 3, economics. Non-capitalist, non-communist, non-socialist, non-anti-life. 30,000 years plus years of stability. Economist anarchy, 99% transparent and 99% naturalist honesty. Male and female are equal, of course, etc. Number 4, family, 0% to 0.5% problems. Male and female are equal, etc. Compared to 100% problems in vertical society. 100% problems in vertical societies. For the family here, 0% to 0.5% problems. Male and female are equal, of course. Number 5, spiritual. 98% of the human race is spiritually conscious, awake, and male and female are equal, of course. Number 6, art. Male and females are equal. No art that debases human natural decency. Number 7, medical. Male and female are equal, of course. 99% of human race at the 8th to 11th levels of health. Social, mental, physical, spiritual, etc. Which is the highest levels of human health that can ever exist. To continue, we'll continue now. Number 8, education. True education to every single individual. There is no competition, no manipulation, no lies, no deceit. Competition do not exist. Don't exist. Male and female are equal, etc. Number 9, poverty don't exist. Religion don't exist. Law, non-conflictual, non-self-servant, non-corrupt. Male and female are equal, of course. Number 12, mass media. Male and female are equal, of course. 100% total truth-telling for the mass media. 13, science. Male and female are equal, of course. 100% truth and facts in all things, etc. Now, one second, please. 1 second, please. Now, look at this. Now, vertical societies. There are 12 institutions, 12 stratas, 132 overlaps. There are 12 times 11, which equals 132 overlaps. Number 3, 132 times 132 equals 17,424 interrelates. That means when institutions overlap, you come out with these many interrelates. Number 4, 2 times 10 to the 4th power, which is this right here, 2 times 10 to the 4th power, about 20,000, 17,000, 20,000, times 5 billion human beings, 5 billion equals 10 to the 14th power of dynamics. Institutional dynamics a second. Horizontal societies. 10 institutions, 3 stratas, 90 overlaps. 10 times 9 is 90 overlaps. 90 times 90 equals 8,100 overlaps. And, I meant that 90 times 90, 8,100. It should be interrelates. I put overlaps, but it should be interrelates instead of overlaps. But nonetheless, let's continue. Number 4, 8 times 10 to the 3rd power, which is 8,100 here. 8 times 10 times 5 billion people, 5 billion people right here, equals 40 times 10 to the 12th power, which equals 4 times 10 to the 13th power of institutional dynamics per second. That's a lot of dynamics. Now, please watch this whole video. Now, vertical societies, it produces hell on earth. The hell on earth percent produced by vertical societies equals minus 60% to 70% negative social qualities, 30% to 40% positive qualities. Hell, in other words, hell itself for everyone. Vertical societies produce hell itself for everyone. Institutional inequality ratio. The institutional inequality ratio is 70 to 1. Let's go to horizontal societies. The hell on earth percent equals minus 5% to 10% negative social qualities. In other words, 90% to 95% positive qualities. Paradise on earth for all. Institutions inequality ratio 5 to 1. I want to thank everyone for listening and watching. Have a very good day. Please share this video and subscribe, of course, and have a wonderful day. We will see each other in a little while.